peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Vital to the future of you all. And that might actually be true today, tonight, this morning, wherever you are in this fine, wonderful world of ours. How are you? It is so nice to be back with you. You know, I have to tell you, I do like streaming. It's a thing. If it's something that you can do, right? If you can just go in front of a camera and talk, right? Which some people can. I happen to be one of them, right? I mean, it's mainly, you know, I was an unintelligible bollocks, a lot of it. But, like, you know, if you have that ability, and then you can throw in an interactive, you know, element that you can, you know, you connect with a wider audience. Yeah, you really miss not streaming, right? So, like, I know it's only been Saturday is the last time I've seen, but I've been like, oh, tell you, I might stream some more. I mean, you know why? Because I have myself psyched up because I'm recording an extra stream podcast, whatever, on Dan's channel shortly. Firstly, I think we're back doing hard drive hopefully this week, right? So we're going to be recording about Back to the Orville, right? I'm excited. Yeah, I'm promoting somebody else's channel, but like, so, but then who is it? Matt Potts, I think. Matt Potts, who gave me a real education today about the model for my the thumbnail there, who is a very beautiful young lady. In fact, turns out not so young. And he wanted to do a review of Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen that for ages. Yeah, I'd love to do that. So then I put it on. You know, here's the thing. It's terrible. I got the Blu-ray box set of the animated series, and it comes with Mask of the Phantasm. It's in there. I couldn't be bothered to get the disc out, so I just downloaded it illegally from a BitTorrent site because I was too lazy to get the disc out. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that site. So click, I'll do that. So I was watching it, and I realized I'd never seen this. I was like, I wanted to. It was on my to-watch list. And then it just got too long. It's just one of the things that you assume that you've seen, right? Yeah, go through Batman. Animated series. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I've seen it. And it's brilliant. I mean, it's really, really, really good. You know, I'm really digging it. It's I got a lot to talk about when we do that stream. I'm really impressed with it on every level. Right? I mean, it's one of the, because like I wasn't into doing, I'm like, oh, cartoons, because I had to kind of force myself to get through Invincible, because cartoons, I'm just not that into them, right? I've tried to watch anime, I just can't do it. You know, I tried to watch Godzilla anime, can't do it. Tried to watch what's that one? Was good for the first season. Altered Carbon anime, just can't. I try, okay, I really try. So I don't really like it, but so this one really worked for me because it was that wonderful balance between traditional animation, but it was still done. It wasn't done on a Disney budget. It was still very stylized. But I really, oh man, it was really beautiful in the eye. I mean, it really, really was nice. Great story. Loved it. I mean, I really, really loved it. It's a strong recommend. And I don't think that the other animated features I've seen recently. I watched Red Sun. Great comic, but is anywhere near as good as that. It was just fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. Okay, just a little spoiler of what was I loved about it. The opening titles. The opening titles were brilliant and clever because it was you had the Batman the Animated Series opening titles, which you knew very well. So this was a weird rendition of that when you're kind of like zooming in on a different angle and it's blowing up much bigger. It's on the big, like I'm watching it on my like 60-inch TV, you know. That's why I haven't really missed the cinema that much, quite frankly. Yeah, I mean, it looks fantastic. It looks absolutely, you know, absolutely. The Blu-ray transfer is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. We have a very strange and eclectic show for you tonight. After that, a very strange and eclectic show. I have some weird shit to show you. That's the now I'm gonna have to put the weird shit in because I think I've worked out how the world's gonna end. Okay, you know, I keep saying, I think that's coming. You know, I think that's the thing. I think I worked out how it's gonna happen. Maybe. I don't know. And I have a proposed timeline, which is quite soon. So we're going to pepper that stuff with this weirdest shit. Oh my God. Okay, listen. TV, give up now, right? Give up now. Because I would much rather watch YouTube than TV. But I've realized how to use Twitter, right? You use Twitter as if you're reading a book and don't connect yourself to it. And then it's like much more. So, you go to different people's feeds and they're entertaining. Scott Adams' feed, always entertaining, always putting out interesting stuff. My favorite feed. I have to tell you. And I got at least one thing from it tonight, maybe two, I can't remember, is Problem Beings. His feed is crazy. There's crazy shit there. There's things that you can't unsee. So there's a couple of things we're going to be looking at there. And, I was thinking, because I just bought today, I bought the next Blake 7 sets from Big Finish. Clone Masters. And I think I got the Terra Nostra. Did I order the Terra Nostra? I think so. Because I just saw Shadow. I saw Shadow about a week ago. No, listen, like this week. And it was... was it this week? Maybe. Yeah, it was this week, actually. There's a strong S&M thread going through it, as there is through much of Blake 7. Then I realized Blake 7 is weird German porn meets cheap British sci-fi of the 70s. And it really is. I mean, look, listen. Avon and Servalan have an SMN thing going, right? I mean, they're both sadists, which, means I think they're going to find people and torture them when they get together, right? I have to imagine, I always had this idea that if you ever did a sequel, you never do it now. You ever had a sequel series, you would have Avon had been the mind-wiped love slave of Servalan. I could just kind of see her doing that somehow. But obviously, Paul Darrow is now, but it's really weird. There's a really weird power and lust combined together motif going through the episode. So I think I got that. I have to say. Look, the Avalon one is weak because it's Avalon. I mean, that's really the bottom line. That they got 2 great episodes out of it. I really think they did get 2 great episodes out of it. Is kind of a testament. So I am looking forward to Clone Masters. Freaking weird. Another one full of weird sexual tension. It's just you got. I mean, you got Travis killing the clone Blake at the beginning, and it's clearly a source of sensual pleasure for him, right? And that's clearly how they play it. It's weird. So I am kind of looking for that old Clone Masters. They had a weird, Terra Nostra as well. I'm up for all those things. I'm up for much more than Avalon. Oh, I didn't order Baben. That's one. I got Terra Nostra, but I didn't. Or maybe I ordered Baben and not Terra Nostra. I can't remember. I don't think I ordered all of them. I figure, wait till the year's out, and then you're in the dark zone. Let me just walk you through it because I couldn't order anything there. Let me go there one second. We'll go to Big Finish. Big Finish. Big Finish. Big Finish. Bam, bam, ba-da-ba-dum, ba. Share screen. Kakaba. There you go. I come with my own sound effects. There we go. Let's go to what's new. What's new? I don't know. So, okay, Lady Katrina, no, don't trust you. I like Michelle Ryan and Warren Brown. I don't trust you. See if I recognize anybody writing it now. It's a straight. Yeah, Sarah Grachala is normally a sign that to be avoided. Although I do like John Dorney and James Goss, but no, I've been burnt too many times before. Right, I've been burnt too many times before. Shame, because I enjoyed it. So we got Dalek, a universe next month, which I can only hope has some Daleks in it. The Doctor Who audiobooks. I can't do the audiobooks; they're too long. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like I can't do 5 hours. It's got like no. It's like I don't mind like again the Terror of the Master, that 3-disc set, perfect. Once you go above 3 discs, you're getting tough, which is what I got with Scourge of Cybermen, which is I don't know 5 discs or something. 6-hour epic. Oh man. Thank God it's John Coleshaw. I have this one ordered. So, yeah, well, he says you've got this. I know I got this. Very disappointed, and it's not their fault with the Thunderbirds release. I thought it was going to be an adaptation of the book rather than the book on tape. And the book on tape is a very childish book. So it doesn't really work. Bit of Sherlock Holmes, but here, we're just in August. These ones I'm wavering on as well. The Secrets of Detsen and After the Daleks. I might be convinced. I might be able to be convinced. This one looks like it might be the weakest one. Killing Time. I like the War Master stuff. Look, he did the Proud last time with the first box set. How is he when he's not? When it's not as a complete narrative and Nicholas Briggs? I ask. I guess we'll find out. Trailer for this just dropped. It's the Philip Hinchcliffe release. Hinchcliffe release, whatever. And Torchwood, don't care, leave me alone. But yeah, no, not interested. Would have liked to get this, but no, don't trust you. Doris V. Sunderland, no, that doesn't sound good. Christopher Cooper and Tunisia North and Daniel. I don't trust 2 of you. Right? Why don't I trust 2 of you? We can play the game diversity higher or not. I think you might be. This one I'm really out of, right? They thought this one they've really worn me down from the 11 because I love the 11, but oh man, the 6 Doctor has been absolute garbage of late, like just absolute garbage. And this looks roughly the same, right? This doesn't look much different, and it looks like he's going to be a cameo in it, and like not in one of them. So like, no, I'm not really interested. This is basically like the Master disc, with the Eric Roberts one, which I didn't mind. It just, I liked hearing his performance, but the story wasn't good enough to warrant it. Yeah, it was, yeah, basically. Look, whenever they try and do like post-apocalyptic future, have English voices in it, instead of looking like Escape from New York, it looks like Crystal Maze. It doesn't work, in my head. So that's what you got. So this one I'm looking forward to, Clone Masters. This one has both Travises in it somehow. Who knows? Who knows how? I'm quite excited. Here, let's look at the cover. Do they have I don't think they have a trailer yet. No. But here, let's look at the cover for a second. So who is that over here? Like, with 2 eyes. I mean, you got the, what's his name? Second Travis, the Brian Croucher Travis there. That doesn't look like Stephen Griff. That looks more like a young... what's he called again? Bird of Cribbins. There you go. I just got Hill not 4 times. We have somebody in a suitably realistic bird makeup. That's as they can imagine doing. Callie with different hair, looking very good. I may add, and then a Clone Masters-esque cape. So that's interesting. And Jenna also looking very good. As Sally Covet. Was want to in her mid-20s. I mean, not that she's not a beautiful woman now. Yes, I think she should be left to rest in peace. So this one, I am quite looking forward to. Who wrote this? I was all written by Tim Foley. Okay, Tim Foley is quite good. He's done quite a bit. Yeah, 1 second. So then he got a book on tape. No, leave me alone. And again, this is continuing from the 5th Doctor range in the main range, which has been awful. So no way, baby. I am out. More Dalek Universe. This one does look like it's got Daleks in it. 3rd Doctor Adventures. Oh God, what are you going to do to me this time? Please, no. It's really, I feel like an abused wife. I really do. Abused spouse, I should say. There's much more. Now there's no consequence for anything anymore. There's much more man abuse going on. Nine Talks Adventures. Yeah, okay, fine. Short trips. I don't know. It depends. It depends what the voice cast is. That's really the deal with short trips. Do you have any information? No, leave me alone. I cracked. Okay, I got Unit Nemesis. They got me in with the curator. Okay, that's how they wrote me in. Those bastards, you know. And I don't really even like Unit. Okay, but they got the 11 in it, who I really like, and the curator, and you got Harry Sullivan and this new companion, and you got Ice Warriors. I'm like, oh, okay. Man, you're being too desperate, okay? Like, fine. Stop begging. Get off your knees, okay? I'll give it a go. Don't be annoying, okay? Don't be. Fine, I bought it, okay? Don't be annoying. That's all I'm saying. Don't be annoying. Oh, God, they're going to be annoying. They're going to be annoying. I know it. Stranded, screw you, mate. Screw you, Stranded 3. How many years since I followed this range? I'm pissed off. So this is here. Let's go back to the 8th Doctor Adventures. Let's go back to the earliest one. That's where I started. Sort by oldest first, much like bloody me. It doesn't even go back to Storm Warning. Are you out of your mind? Get out of here. Fine. So let's say this strand, which is 2007. Okay, but it was yeah. 1 second. How do I get the money? Why don't I just do Storm Warning? Okay, why don't I just start? Why don't I just do that? Okay, Storm Warning. Right, so when did this come out? Okay, 20 years. Motherfucker, 20 years. 20 years I've been following this range. 20 years. And you've alienated me to the point where I've had to drop it, and I'm pissed off about it. I really, truly am. You know, that's like, oh my God, I understand. It's your weird religion, your weird, funky religion that says that in the future, everyone's going to realize they're completely gender and sexually fluid. The only reason we're not right now is because of our bad conditioning from the evil male patriarchy, which, yay, we're overthrowing. You know, but in the future, that's what it's going to be. And make that a central story trait. And don't tell me that it isn't, right? That is the story trait of Tanya, right? That is exactly the story. That's why Tanya is there. The woman with a penis. Maybe. I don't know how it works, okay? You know, listen, let me tell you. When I was a kid, you only had one type of milk. You had moo fuck off cow milk. Okay, that's all you had. Moo fuck off cow milk. That's all you had. Okay, you didn't have this 50 billion. No wonder the kids are so screwed up today. They have 50 billion types of milk to choose from. Like, no wonder they can't function. Have you ever read Arkham Asylum? It's quite good, I have to tell you. It's quite good, by Dave McKean and Grant Morrison. So they do this thing in Arkham Asylum to try and cure Two-Face. They try and offer him more choices. So instead of tossing a coin, they get him to roll a dice, and then they move up from that. So he's got like this tarot deck, right, of like all these different choices. And he's just much more messed up, which is what's happened to the kids, okay? So anyway, yeah, listen, Big Finish. 20 years subscribed, and you forced me out, all right? That's basically it. You forced me out because you had to scream about your weird-ass religion, right? That is that men and women are completely interchangeable. Yeah, no, reality isn't that way. They are equal, but not interchangeable. God, it was, and we all understood this 20 minutes ago. It's only when the kids who have been brought up with 15 billion types of fucking milk. No wonder they're crazy. Should I get the nut? Should I get the berry? Should I get the rice? Should I get the cream? Should I get the 3%? Should I get the 2%? Get the fucking milk. All I'm saying. No wonder they're messed up. Too much much choice. So that's basically what why I'm out. Then Doctor the War Doctor Begins, quite a controversial range. I'm excited for it. It starts this month. I'm very much looking forward to that one. Talk show, piss off, who cares? Oh god, the robots, leave me alone. Leave it. It's so boring. Okay, this is the series that I have pre-ordered up to 4, and I was like, oh, after I heard the first one, I'm like, well, at least only 4 box sets. Okay, it was so boring. It really was dull. The adventures of 2 dull women in space with robots. I mean, that's really what it is. Like, look, live, darling, live. Life's not so bad. You don't have to look like you swallow the fly all the time. That's what you're like. I mean, like, really, just like, oh god, right? And it's just not that very interesting. I'm sorry, and it's just not very good. That's really the bottom line. It's not very good. So anyway, I pre-ordered the first 4. Then I saw they had added 2 more, and I'm like, oy vey, really? No, who said this is worth a punt? No, this is worse than Graceless. And I got most of Graceless, right? Okay. So it's just boring. Basically, as I said, I think I just described it. So anyway, I had the first 4 ordered. I asked if I could switch the last one for the Thunderbirds release, which turned out to be shit. So there you go. It's a bit of a shame, really. I really was looking forward to that Thunderbird release. You got Baker and Butcher. I have that on pre-order. That sounds fun. Listen, Colin Baker being Baden. I recently saw that episode as well. I liked it a lot. Bit weird. A bit weird. Like, Villa, what's up with you? You could have gone off with a hot chick into paradise and you chose to stay. That's just weird. Just as weird. Although I'm not getting a novel. 3 hours or more, leave me alone. No. So now we're on to January. This is where we hit like, what? I was never going to get this. 2 Jason, I understand, is quite good book. Portugal, leave me alone. No, Adric, I'm sorry, not getting it. Terra Nostra, almost certainly yes. Peladon, I don't know. See, there's the thing. Now we're into the dead zone, the grey zone, the dark zone. Peladon, you're going to piss me around, Big Finish? Let's see how you do with the punts I make for the rest of the year. Don't really trust you enough yet until I hear more. What are you doing with the First Doctor? What's going on? Is he like going to apologize to women throughout time? Is that the plan? Because I might not be in for it, right? I might be in for it. Okay, I've already got 9th of it. I don't know what you're doing with the Third Doctor. This is a 3-disc release, though. It's if you're doing that, I would do a traditional season 7 story, right? So it's 7-parter. Something like that. Because you haven't done that. That was probably good. No, Sadie Miller, please, no more Sadie Miller. She's not very good. She's just not very good. Okay, I know you all think she sounds like the split of what's her name, her mother. She doesn't. Okay, she doesn't. That's just the bottom line. This is almost a certainty to get. The Full Doctor Avengers with Neris Hughes. I find that interesting. I found the other series he did with. What's her name? The one from Dalek Universe. What's her name? Kingdom. Anya Kingdom. Played by whoever. Can't remember her name. This is almost certain that's going to be a pre-order. Unit Nemesis 2. We got to see how number 1 works out, baby. Don't start licking your lips and get off your knees, okay? You threw everything in. You gave me everything other than a hand job. I had to say yes, okay? I had to say yes. Leave me alone, Stranded. Cocksucker. 40, no, leave me alone. No, don't trust you. Boring ass. Peter Davison. War Doctor Begins. Yeah. Oh God. How do you stretch that to 6 discs? Really? Sherlock Holmes. Yeah. The only reason that's here because you pushed it back to May. 6th Doctor. You're on thin ice, mate. You better have you. Okay. You saw what Unit Nemesis did. Pimped herself out a little bit, made herself look pretty. That's what you got to do. You got to make yourself look pretty for Daddy. Okay. Otherwise, you might have to go back and tell your pimp why you don't have his money. Okay, you better make yourself look pretty for daddy. Okay, you've been a bad girl. Okay, you're not getting nothing on trust, Mr. Sixth Doctor. Seventh Doctor, again, it depends who's writing it and what you're doing. I'm not predisposed against you, even though you had some very bad stories. Okay, very bad. You're probably a certain by is Fourth Doctor. Human Frontier 2. I was supposed to come out like a year ago. 6 months. Something ever. First series I thought was very good. I liked it a lot. This was probably a pre-order. Couldn't care less. Leave me alone. Lone Centurion. Probably not. Keep talking. Beyond the War Games. Keep talking. You got my attention for a second, and I might put my ears up. Who, what, where, when, and why. Sounds interesting. Okay. You know what you got to do, mate. You know what you got to do. Get those heels on. Yeah. God, this seems like. Oh God, we got to just get David Tennant to record everything. Why? We don't know how long lockdown's lasting, but we just got to get everything. Okay, fine. Now I'm bored already. Again, speaking of being bored already, 40 Volume 2, exactly. Bye. Third depends what you're doing, baby. Don't trust you. You see, all this would have been for certain. And they're rebooting the 8th Doctor adventure after the end of Stranded. Wonder why? Maybe to get people back who they've lost. Exhibit A. I don't know. You better make yourself look pretty too. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's how it's gonna roll. Right, that's how this is gonna roll. Fine. That went on way too long. I just meant to talk about the Terranossa for a second. Fine. Let's have a look at the chat. I'll tell you. Let me pull up some pervy pictures. Let's see if Dominic's got back to me yet. No, I've asked him for a page rate and sent him the script. What should we do? You know what we'll do for pervy pictures? When I do the chat, I'll pull up the thumbnail. It's a particularly good one, and I do know Matthew Potts very much appreciated and also educated me on it as well. So I googled like slutty Mrs. Claus or sexy Mrs. Claus because I was looking at it. I was like, I like the gag. Don't get me wrong, I like the gag, but I think it just needed a bit of eye candy as well. You know, I really did. And so I'm like, oh, what can I do? I was trying to think of a way of shoehorning in Nicola Bright in a bikini, and why not? I mean, I think that's the general reaction people normally have, and why not? There you go. Here we go. So apparently, this young lady is called Angela White. Matthew Potts has informed me. He has got again. Go look at my Twitter. He's got a selfie with her. Apparently, she's famous. So I googled like sexy Mrs. Claus or sexy Santa or something like that, and she was by far the best option that came up. This was a very tough one because they're either too clean or too dirty. There's a lot of Santa porn. I mean, really, there's a lot. It never occurred to me, but there's a lot, right? A lot. A lot of diversity. So I had to spend a long time carefully vetting to find the right model, right? So Angela's person, Australian young lady, not so young. I can't remember time. Yeah. So this is actually two photos I put together. She's actually sitting down in the top half picture, right? And I wanted her standing up, so I photoshopped her from a standing up pose as well. But I say it's a thing. I thought we needed the cleavage before as a focal point for your eye, right? Because if that's where your eye goes to straight away, at that point you go to the entire thumb and you take it all in. So that's it's slightly offset. It's a good place. right? And also I wanted to, I went through a Jodie Whittaker video recently of her being basically impressed with herself, and I took a bunch of screen grabs of her stupid moronic face, which she makes often in many of them. I got a whole new batch of them which I'm using, which really works here. Says, I just can't think me. What about leaving? I love. Was it? Yeah, Chuck. No, I love. No, I just find it hard. I just find thoughts in general hard to form. She wouldn't be able to make the sentence. It's too complicated for her. But then, I think the gag worked, and so then we have the eye candy of again the lovely Miss Angela. Again, at some point, I was going to do a Nicola Bryant with Photoshop head on instead, but everybody has their hair down, right? And all these pictures, that's really the one constant. Everyone has their hair down. It has to be a long time photoshopping out the hair, and it never really works, right? And it's always, I always say it. And it's just time for no real like really it's a time for that that's really not well spent. If I had to say, photoshopping somebody's hair out so I can impugn as Nicola Bryant instead, which again, this would look great for me. That would work. So Jodie Whittaker can't think about leaving. Most fans can't think about anything else, darling. Diversity higher or not? Yes, we're going to be looking at Big Finish's new producers and go diversity higher or not. George Lucas regains creative control of Star Wars. That was on 2 lines originally, so I just put control of Star Wars. That is a rumor that he's going to finance the next sequel trilogy that ignores the current sequel trilogy. And this is actually news. There's quite a cool and expensive Doctor Who Christmas project coming up, the product coming out, which I think we will look at. We will look at together. Fine. So let me get to the chat belatedly. I'm terribly sorry. Also, I'm not snorting cocaine. I'm using a nasal inhaler thing for something that you should never take called Afrin, right? Which I became addicted to about 20 years ago. There's that. Fine, Darren, how you doing? Grateful listeners. I hope everyone's having a great day. Fan-freaking-tastic, baby. Fan-freaking-tastic. Genie Van Chronicles. Evening, Rabbi. How you doing, chat? What's happening? Lunganuts 6. How are you doing like that? Hi on L'chaim. L'chaim is still live. Relentless Pursuits. Hello, Governor. And L'chaim to you as well, sir. Easygoing morning for Darren M. Glad to hear. Disaster area is here. However, my son is such a freaking disaster area, right? Listen, I'm pretty sure the kid does like the Demon Weed, right? I'm thinking he's a bit of a fan of the ganja. But even when I know for completely 100% he's completely straight, he's a little bit spacey. I'm telling you, at the best of times. Bless him. Here we are looking at the Dead DC at Tzvi Lebetkin. That's me, Hell Rabbi, and I hope all is well with you and the family. Have you heard the new Doctor Who rumor? No, I have not. What is the new Doctor Who rumor? Please, pray tell. I hope you haven't You waited half an hour to give me the answer to that. I'm terribly sorry. Oh my God, I hope you're still here. Petey Rich is here. Again, I hope you're all still here. Mux Eddie is here. Darren M. I said, Darren. Okay, if you're still there, we're in the same minute. Okay, Derek the Mouse, how you doing, my man? It just massively jumped. Come on, Ron. Oh, you won't even go back all the way. Okay, Avon lives. I'm talking about Kinky. Blake was Kinky. A lot of S&M in it, right? A lot of S&M. That's why the leather always made sense. The State of America has passed me by, but I haven't seen it since it was broadcast. Oh, you watch it back. It is, I think, one of the most overtly sexual. Not as much as Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon is essentially porn without the sex, which amazes me. It's very sexually charged, but it's much more grungy. But there's a lot. It's not sex. It's more like it's weird sex. Like there's weird stuff. And then you also mash into my brain the scene from The Two Doctors of Jacqueline Pierce falling to the ground and eating the blood from the floor, and it just seems like a kinky sex thing that Servalan would do, right? You know, I could just see that happening. So you know, that's basically where I am. Yes. Here we go. Peter Rich, so like, Cal Lynch, how are you? Whizzing through the chat. Sadaka 24. Greetings and felicitation. What have you missed? What haven't you missed? First 30 minutes. Oh, that's the best stuff, mate. Best stuff. We haven't talked about the end of the world. We'll go to the end of the world right after this, okay? We'll go to the end of the world, then weird shit. I got some weird shit to show you. Didn't even make it the thumbnail. It's just too weird. Tzvi Lebetkin, did you say he's not buying any more Fifth Doctor? They got to pin themselves out for me. Is the answer? I wasn't buying the unit, right? And then the unit Nemesis came along, and it's like Ice Warriors. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's cute, but still, nah. And they said, oh, wait a minute, and the 11. I'm like, okay, keep talking. All right, and Harry Sullivan. Wait. And the curator, I'm like, oh, and the new companion for the Sixth Doctor. I'm like, oh, you make yourself look pretty for daddy, okay? That's what's happening. I'm like, you know what? You get a $20 punt, okay? I'll take a punt on you. You put it all in there. So that's really what they got to do stuff that interests me, right? They don't get. I mean, like, and it can't be more of the same. More of the same is over. I mean, for the Sixth Doctor, for the Fifth Doctor, maybe for the Seventh Doctor, I don't know. Third Doctor. I mean, like, they've all got to show. I mean, like, the only things I'm still in right now is War Doctor Begins, because I really like that idea, and I got to see what the execution like. In terms of Doctor Who, that is. War Doctor Begins. Ninth Doctor and 10th Doctor stuff they do. They're the only they got to really work hard to get me not to buy that, right? But they're the only. It used to be everything. I was like, yeah, okay, absolutely, yeah, okay. There's a monthly range, yeah, okay, no problem, right? It was, and I was a great customer. I'm telling you, I'm really pissed off. They chased me off the 8th Doctor. 20-year customer, and you know. It's just stupid. Used to be Big Finish used to be good at redeeming the GNT years. Yeah, listen, there was a great run. I would say after the Big Finish really hit a high. I would say, I don't know, 2012. Before, like, I like the pre-Zagreus stuff. That's an interesting era, right? That's like when they're fighting their feet. There's a few real gems in there. The second one they put out is something no one talks about. It's really good. Justin Richards wrote it. What's it called again? Whispers of Terror. So good. So still one of their best. Nobody remembers it, right? Nobody remembers it. But yeah, that was a really good. But there was an era about, I think, again, around 2012, where you had the Fifth Doctor. It's like the Fifth Doctor TARDIS team. It's the first time they had Adric in it, I think. And this was in it as an old version of itself. That was a bit weird. But other than that, and you didn't really notice. But there was a really good run. They had this great Sontaran. They had a couple of good Sontaran ones. The Betrayal, the Betrothals. I can't remember what it's called. It was a good Sontaran one with that team. But that was really the beginning of the end of the greatness, I would say, for that reign. So yeah. I'm out the Fifth Doctor. And unless you do something that's going to interest me. So I think we're going to see a lot more of this, high concept things, because they're going to need to, because they alienated people. That's the bottom line, Who plays Harry? Oh, I heard him already. He was in. It wasn't bad. He was in the Return of the Cybermen. Return of the Cybermen. I don't know if he wasn't bad or compared to Sadie Miller, Big Sarah Jane Smith. He wasn't. Look, you got to do like an upper class English person. That's easy. Like, come on, chat. I mean, it's easy, or is it? it fooled my ear that I kind of believed I was listening. I could hear that was a version of Harry Sullivan. He wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. And this new, and I want to hear him, the new commander from the Fourth Doctor, because I want to. That's the other reason. Like, I know Nemesis is the beginning of this new phase they're going in, and like, I hope it's good, right? Yeah, so yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm just, I'm willing to give them time. Now, the stuff that isn't Doctor Who has been excellent. The Blake Seven stuff, excellent, absolutely excellent. What else did they do? I can't remember what else. The Callan was fantastic. I loved it. Hey, what else? Let me look at their ranges. Go through them. Yeah, Blake Seven stuff's been good. Avengers, if you like the Avengers, best base of the bottom line. But like the I really like Terrorhawks. Their Terrorhawks was really good. Textbook stuff was really good. It's these horror stories. Read by I once was it Edgar Allan Poe stuff is read by David Soul, and it's really good. He's got a great from Starsky and Hutch. That was really good. The Survivors range is good. Star Corps is second season was good. The first season was Space 1999. Excellent. They're knocking that one out of the park. Sherlock Holmes is normally good. I like the Prisoner series they did as well. I thought that knocked it out of the park. Controversial ending. What else they got there? Iris Wild Time's normally pretty good. Dan Dare, Callan. Yeah, their non-Doctor Who stuff is their strongest stuff, like without question. Anyway, the chat. Cam, how you doing, sir? Cam, if you get time, you totally start a YouTube channel. Thank you for your offer of help. Problem being, how you doing, bro? You missed it. I was talking about your Twitter feed. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at something from there in a minute. Before first, I'm gonna get to the end of the world. Back of the room until you watched it. Got into Blake. I do like Blake Seven. I've been watching a lot of it recently, and again, each episode is its own like random, weird, hardcore sci-fi. But again, it's a weird blend of weird German porn and 1970s cheap British sci-fi. How they tied those two together, I don't know, but they did it, and I think they did it quite successfully, right? I mean, you do get the idea that when Tarrant shows up, he's the young, he's a young twink in the cell. yeah. It seems to be. It could turn into like, I wouldn't say gay porn, more like omni porn. Very quickly, most situations, but I am enjoying Blake Seven. Master of the Phantasm though, freaking love that. Oh my goodness, absolutely. Raymond Williams, some other it's just like communism, it will fail. And the question of how many victims there will be, and there will be, but the victims already. It's good. Listen, I'm going to get into that in a minute. The end of the world stuff, which I think I worked out how it's happening. Don't touch that dial. Although it seems to be kind of obvious to me, but okay. The reason they're always angry because their music sucks. No, the reason they're always angry because they never get sucked. Okay, they are a community in desperate need of a blowjob. Okay, that's basically the truth. I mean, and we all know it. None of them can get laid. I mean, that's it. I mean, like, there's one who a prominent YouTuber talks about me a lot. Talks about me a hell of a lot on the Twitter. So I get sent to him every now and again. And there was this weird thing where he was showing his intended. They were saying, "Oh, we had to put off our wedding for a year," and that the picture of them together didn't look right. What I'm saying, it looked like Jeremy Thorpe and his wife. You know, you ever seen a Very British Scandal? Look kind of like that to me. I don't know. Listen, things you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But that certainly was its cover. Okay, that's it. That was it. Shouldn't judge a book by the cover, but that was the cover. I don't forget the scene in the animated series where Batman confuses Two-Face by throwing a load of coins. That was a good one. I remember that. And he starts going, "It's Harry." Yeah, No, that was. I remember that was one of the earlier ones. Yeah. I mean, it's really good, but again, Master of Phantasm was so good. I was right. It was great. Chat. Where was it? Problem being put a little square in. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. A22 is a little square. Maybe it was an emoji that didn't come out. Somebody's a complete jihadist apologist fraud. Well, listen, if you're going to be an apologist fraud, be a jihadist apologist fraud. Okay, the Dead CT. I am 10 minutes before you could have answered me. If you're answering your question, Rabbi's having a perfectly normal one again. I say, yeah, I 100%. We got weird stuff we got to talk about. I haven't even started the show yet. I'm in chatty mood. All Jim needed to do was plunder the plots of Good Audio Ventures and New Seasons, and it would have been it wouldn't be a steampunk donkey shit. Yeah, I just assumed after Paul Cornell went down on him on the interwebs and gave him a blowjob very publicly, and clearly he's a very what's the word I'm looking for? Considerate lover, very considerate lover. Seems take very good care of Chris Chibnall. I just assumed he was going to be brought on as like head writer, right. By the way, just in case anybody doesn't know, there isn't video on the interwebs of Paul Cornell giving fellatio to Chris Chibnall. That's what we call a joke. Yeah, I can just say. Although I have to tell you, I miss the days of Not My Doctor. Oh. I used to just go there to laugh. Oh man, I miss them. But it's an outrage. He said clitoris. Whatever it is, they get up there. They look so. Oh man, I loved it. I used to love rattling them as well. Man, I miss that. I do miss that. The only guy, people always send me to Farris's Twitter, but I just, like, what are you going to say? I mean, like, there's nothing he can say that you could respond to, right? It's like, it's never going to be a fair fight. So this one, like, say what you want, mate. Whatever you want, everything's cool. That's Angela White says that Saga 25. Yes, it is. Matt Potts filled me in on everything I need to know. She's Australian. She's very educated. He's got a selfie with her. It's so cool. So I don't know if he ever seen it. But like, if you ever can get in contact with her and get a bit come on the chat, apparently she's very, very famous. But I'd love to interview a porn star. I really would. Oh man, it'd be fascinating. Like, there's so many questions I have. Firstly, I want to know, like, tell me. I don't want to ask bad, boring questions that everybody always asks you, right? Like, what's it like? Okay, we got the basics. Like, yeah. Do you? I mean, how much acting's involved, and how much do you ever enjoy yourself to that level in real life or on film? Is anything genuine? And if so, could you give me the time index to those moments? So that'll be the things. That'll be the sort of things I'm like. She's an Australian performer. She even started her own political party to make sex and pornography more socially acceptable. How could it be more socially acceptable? Like, how could it be more like Pride Month? Like, how much more pride could you have in liking to have a dick up your ass? I mean, right? I don't understand. Listen, it's fine. If you like having a dick up your ass, that's great. I'm not. Each day, listen. A lot of people like camping. I'd rather die. It looks awful. On The Walking Dead, the first season, they were camping to avoid the zombies. I would rather be eaten by zombies, right? I would rather be eaten by same with gay sex. I would rather be eaten by zombies. You got a choice. Door number 1, eaten by zombies. That's pretty bad. Door number 2, a Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who festival, where you're going to rewatch all of them in detail. I said, well, that's obviously, Obviously a no. That's never no. No, I can't do it. No. And the other one is being fucked in the ass. I'm like, it's the zombies for me, mate. Now, but if you're somebody who likes a dick up your ass, right? If you like a dick up your ass, God bless you, mate. I got nothing against you. Listen, I know the Bible's not into it, right? I know the Old Testament's not into the old, uphill gardening. I get that. I didn't write it. What do you want out of me? You could say, I'm like, okay. God doesn't like it. It's nothing to do with me, mate. If I was writing the Bible, I'd be like, yeah, okay, who gives a shit? I guess. Please, Lord, can I have a finger up my ass? Oh, go on then, have a finger. What about two? Now you're taking the piss. See, this is why I'll be good. Brandon is probably okay because she controls her own scenes, but to me, the industry in the main is nasty. Well, all industries are. Right? Cleavage is good, said Derek McManus. Cleavage is good. We all agree. Well, it's like I said, an actress all get rich quick or a pyramid scheme to them. Okay, this is a whole conversation I'm not in. Okay, fine. I thought because it was a longer one. I don't know what the conversation is, but at 8:32, problem being safely said it's cocaine. Cocaine! Yes. Jonathan Cox, 8:30. Tracy Thomas, 8:30. Tracy Thomas has sent me 2 items that I might get to today. Just jumped again. Maron! Disgratia! Where's it going? Avon lives. Indeed, Avon lives. I love how the Rabbi talks about Blake Seven. His go-to is, it is very sad. Come on. Look, Serverland and Avon have a weird thing going on, right? Okay, there we go. Finally got up to the I was waiting to get to. The new rumor, well, according to someone I know close to the BBC, a new showrunner has been picked to replace Gilmore. It's a woman with no track record. Yay! Well, that would make sense. See, that makes... What you just said made it a very credible rumor. Okay, my guess will be she's been rumored before. Was it Joe Allerton? 1 second. It was God, I can't remember the name of the bloody episode. Doctor Who episode guy. It was a recent one. The Villa Dildiodi. The Villa Dildo. Oh God. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. God, that was bad practice. Like, I'm looking through the episodes going, oh, shit, that's bad. Man, what a bad run of episode. Orphan 55, Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. Fusion of the Jew, Praxis, Can You Hear Me? The Hoarding of Villa. That's the worst run of episodes I've ever. Maxine Alderton. That's my guess. Maxine, here, let's look at her IMDb. If your rumor is true, she would be the number one. Sorry, Angela. We have an emergency over here. Known for Emmerdale Farm, The Worst Witch, and Doctor Who. Well, there you go. Listen. Anybody who can write Emmerdale must be perfect for Doctor Who. Are you shitting me? Really? Oh, me. She wrote one of the worst episodes ever in one of the worst runs ever. Oh, my God. Here, look. You're not going to believe this run when I show it to you, okay? Here, okay. We got... Okay, Spyfall, fair dues. They went all out with Spyfall, right? I can't fault them with that. Spyfall, I had optimism. It was shit. But I had optimism. They were really pulling the stops to try and do their best, right? Because that's what Spyfall was, right? It was shit, but Spyfall. And then he had Orphan 55, which was super. That's like the worst episode ever. That's the episode that broke me. That's the episode where I'm out, right? Then I kept watching for the bloody channel. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. Fucking agony. Oh, man. That one was like a fist up your ass. This one was too much of a shock. This is being like raped in prison, right? Like, what the fuck? But this is a slow night when you're getting a fist up your ass, okay? That was like, round 2. Fusion of the Jew, just what? shut up. Praxius, oh, really? Oh, my boyfriend's an astronaut. Can you hear me? It's One-Eyed Willie, the trouser bandit, the village of the haunting of Villa Dildo. Oh, look, a good idea. The Lone Side Men makes no sense. Don't give him the Siberia. Oh shit! We've destroyed everything. We've destroyed everything, and we've destroyed Doctor Who. That's essentially that season. I can't. I just went through. I can't believe how shit that was. Here, okay, let's do it through its first season. Woman Fell to Earth. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Woman Fell to Earth, optimistic. Yeah, I thought it was like, yeah, it could be good. It could be good. Ghost Monument seemed kind of Doctor Who-y to me. Okay, I'm fine with that. It was okay. She wasn't terrible yet. Rosa, I wasn't allowed to complain about it, and it seemed competent. Arachnid in the UK, but on second glance, it was awful. Arachnid in the UK was the worst episode of Doctor Who ever made up until that point. And then came the Sudanga Conundrum, another non-monster, another non-alien, Kablam. Oh, nearly did an episode like Doctor Who a little bit, but Jodie Whittaker's all the way through it. Witchfinders, same kind of thing, I think. If that had a decent showrunner, whip it into shape and make it not shit, it would have been. And what was with the weird James? What's he got in by? Who was a big guest star in that one? What's his name from X-Men? Tell me, click on it. Pain in the ass. Come on, tell me who's it. Alan Cummings. Oh, thank God. What's all the weird Alan Cummings? It takes you away slightly less shit, but pretty bad. And the Battle of Ranskor of Carlos. Awful. But not quite as bad as next year. Oh, my God. Okay, so that's an interesting rumor. So there you go. Let's go back to the thumbnail as I desperately wade through the chat, as I get later and later as I go. Okay, Angela, keep them busy. No. Not your boobs, the chat. Two Doctors was such a nasty story. It kind of was. I like them walking in with like the Sontaran leg. Sontaran, it is too chewy. That was shock eye. I can't see them going to season 14 whatsoever. I don't think so. I think they're that's the thing. I think the most likely thing is they're regenerating on a cliffhanger. We're going to see a 60th special, probably David Tennant, maybe Tom Baker if he's still alive, right? You know, something like that. Whoever else they can get, maybe would they get her back? Probably, because they're stupid. It was talking about Zagreus. Zagreus was in 2003. It came right after the Villains release. Yeah, that was kind of like their first phase big finish. I like that phase. Is it the new showrunner? What's it? Wrong one. Where'd it go? Yeah, problem being, unless the new showrunner, my buddy told me, is about to change a complete reboot. Okay, probably a good idea right by now. I mean, but yeah. There was some good stories around 2004, but I started losing interest. Yeah, that's basically, it's been running on fumes the last 2 years. 100%. It's been like, I haven't noticed it, right? It's been a long time. It's like, the last good one was Memoirs of a Tyrant, which was like 2 years ago. Even the Survivor the End of the Bloody Matriarchy. I guess so. Listen, people are swept away by the times we're in. Oh, okay, fine. We've really got to get to the end of the world. Okay, that's pretty close. I'm nearly through the chat. Seeing a rabbi swear and talk about people needing to get laid and get blown just want to come here. Good. Well, you know, I like to talk honestly. That's the truth, though. They do need to get laid. The weirdos. That's really. I mean, listen. They should have loving relationships. That's the best way to get laid. But honestly, listen. I'm of a. I have a bit of a schism with a bunch of the other Jews in the place I live right now. We got a small group who have like seized control, and they got like 2 to 3 months. It's ticking down. But they're very into ritualistic Judaism, and they have a lot of disdain for anybody who isn't into ritualistic Judaism. I think ritual is good, but only as an ends of meaning. If you want to try to use it as a way of connecting with God, then ritual is good, right? So that's basically the way I feel about marriage. If you're in that mindset, if you're a marriage type person, as I am, I think that's probably the best way to have sex, which I think they all should be doing. Lots and lots of sex. The question you have to learn to answer when you're a rabbi, and people come to you say, Rabbi, is sex dirty? And the answer is only if you're doing it right. That's a bit of rabbi humor there. The more I've read up on Corn now, the less I like. He's a dick, but he's a good writer. He's probably one of the leading warriors of deep apologies. In fact, who knows? I mean, again, he's a good writer. I don't know what to tell you. It's not. Hands up who thinks the rabbi has been on the catnip. We don't have a cat. Olagan. I interviewed a porn star, sort of Rabbi does dollars. Okay. That's there's a reason you don't get lots of Jewish porn. You get Jews like financing porn. You don't get Jews making porn. It's the reason you don't have sex in the street in Israel. It's because the passers-by will tell you what you're doing wrong, right? That's basically what's going on. I just jumped again. Oh, come on, man. I'm nearly there. I'm nearly fucking there. When I think of Blake 7, I don't immediately lead to S&M, sex saver. So, I do. They're always kind of weirdly nearly kissing. With everything, there's such this real friction between them. It's kind of deep down. No, I do. I think there's real things going there. Yes, that's her name. Who was her name? I can't remember her name. All 55 was awful. It's so bad. Yes, writers can't do. I mean, as I say, that's not 100% true. Terrence Sticks did Crossroads for years. But there's something in the discipline of that. But it doesn't mean because you've done a soap, you can do a site. You've got to have. Here's the crushing truth. They don't want to hear. Basically, boys like sci-fi, so boys can write sci-fi. That's not to say girls don't like sci-fi, so no girls can write sci-fi. But mainly, boys write sci-fi. So if you have a boy who can write a soap opera, unless he's a massive faggot, and he doesn't. I'm not saying if he's gay. I mean he's a faggot, and he can be straight or you can be gay and still be a faggot, right? He'll probably be better at writing science fiction, right, than a girl. It's just, I'm sorry, it's just the odds. It's the way it is. It's reality. Was it? All right, Bali has no further info than that, so won't tell me anything else. Listen, who knows? He's on a roll. Maybe not the way we think. I don't know. What way would you think I was on a roll? Okay, I'm trying to catch up with the chat. What's going on? The wrong was okay. Do you guys remember the wedding of Sarah Jane Tennant with a guest? Yes, I do. It's lovely. Too bad anything from that era seriously makes everything from outside this era makes this era looks awful, right? Although this era makes everything from outside this era look good. It's weird. So I didn't really get into Sarah Jane Avenger. It was too kiddie-ish because I'm a grown up. Tony actually used to be a writer for Tony Hancock. Yeah, exactly. The Tony Hancock firing him and his water heater bursting gave us the Daleks. Okay, modern predominantly female soap writers. That's very true. That's very, very true. Fine. And we're caught up with the chat. We are caught up with the chat. So how's the world going to end? Okay, so this is the question on this. Are we going to see something fun after this? So let's go over here. So I was talking about this the other day. We'll start with this article. Okay. There you go. Fine. No, I don't. Look, sod off. What the hell? No, I don't want any of this. Leave me alone. How do I get rid of it? No. What the hell? God. we just got to live with this thing up there. Okay, I'm talking about the end of the world. I can't see it through your shitball sorting ads. But this is why the world's ending, okay? This is why the world's ending. Because of shit like this. Can I just see a news article without seeing a piece of shit ads everywhere? No. I got to see about Intuit Crypt Books. Please send up your... No, I don't want to know. I don't care. Okay, Newsweek. Yeah, somewhere between the ads is Newsweek, okay? Lovely. There you go. China State Media says country must prepare for nuclear war with US after Biden after a COVID probe. Okay, so there's no way this goes well. Okay, there's no way this goes well. Firstly, I was just of the impression we all knew it came from a lab. We're all saying it didn't just because to wind Trump up. Okay, wasn't that the reason? Wasn't that what's going on? But we all knew it came from a lab. It wasn't from a guy fucking a bat in a cave 2 miles away. Like we all know that it came from a lab? Okay, Clark, idiot. Okay, it came from a lab. Okay, and I didn't even know you weren't allowed to say that. But okay, it probably came from a lab. But I thought we were all just forgetting about it. Like, yeah, okay, it came from a lab, but China's big and strong, so we're going to forget about it. So then, for some reason, BuzzFeed does a FOIA request, Freedom of Information request, for the Fauci's emails written on with this official government email. This is the reason, by the way, Hillary Clinton had her home private server, so she would avoid FOIA requests for when she was clearly selling influence and was out one night drinking and molesting children, probably while Benghazi was burning down. Okay, and the U.S. ambassador was being raped to death. Okay, and so that's why she deleted all her emails. So it's really quite simple. As we look, I know we have a famous women actress from Israel like Gal Gadot and such, but are there any porn stars? Just asking. Yes, there is one. What's her name? Fine. I'm okay. Israeli porn star. If I get a name, I'm doing it not on the image search. What's the bloody name? Oh, come on. No, I'm not going to Pornhub. Okay, or maybe Red Bullet. Okay. Daphne Rosen. Okay, Daphne Rosen is Israeli porn star. Fine, got it for you. So there you go. I'm not sure how if she's Jewish, but she's certainly Israeli. Yeah, 1 second. I just got a communique from Dan. There's always a morning. Okay, that's a cool little article. Where is it? Dan has got a nauseating article. Here, I'll say. Hey, Dan, do you want to join my stream, baby? Yeah, I don't feel it needed a baby. There you go. Fine. Okay, so again, I just thought we were all assuming that we knew this, right? We knew this, and we're just going to let it go. So anyway, BuzzFeed files a FOIA request for the Fauci emails, which show when he was saying, no, it was a guy fucking a bat in a cave a mile away, is where it came from. No, Trump's stupid. Trump's a moron. He had an email saying, "Oh yeah, no, it was made in a lab in Wuhan." Yeah, I mean, like, and then he said, "Oh, maybe we should look into. Yeah, we should. What's the word I think of? We should look into who funded this lab in Wuhan." And so he did a bit of Googling, right? Had people checking who funded it. And he turned out, oh, shit, it was me, right? So this is okay. But anyway, so now there's a big hot potato. And for some reason, the Biden administration are left with some form of accountability for it. I don't know why. The weird thing is we got, like, Kamala Harris, like, being booed. I mean, have you seen it? This is funny. Yeah, this is funny. This is her when she went to Guatemala this week. This is funny. Is this? Oh, 1 second. I'm on the wrong thing. Go here. Fine, is that it? Right. Mind your own business. Like she hasn't been to the border yet. I got another clip of her not going to the. Where is it? Is this over here? It's so weird. Like she's asked on 60 Minutes about, have you been to the border? She's like, just starts laughing. So yeah. Trump won. Have you seen that? I mean, Trump won. Kamala, mind your own business. Kamala, go. Have to say, they only have like 1 or 2 fonts apparently for these signs there. But like, this is not a good look. Like, are they turning your back to them? Trump won, man. Listen, YouTube. That's not me saying it. This is the people in Guatemala who clearly have been brainwashed. Yeah, so the reason they hate her is because of the border crisis, which is the worst it's ever been by a long way. But anyway, back at the end of the world. So now China says that if Biden asks for a probe into COVID, then they're willing to go to war to stop it, which basically means we started it, right? That's like how much more clear is that? They say there's that. So Biden can either back down or go to war. If he back down, he's toast, right? I mean, like even with the country, like people shilling for him, the media shilling for him and like lying for him, like they're doing. Like this is not on the front pages at all. Like, but if he back down, he's politically toast, and I think he doesn't want to do that either. Right, because I mean, either way, Taiwan is looking bad, right? Because China wants Taiwan, and they feel Taiwan's like a major producer of computer chips, which is a shortage of right now. So they can just say, listen, for our national interest, we need to secure the supply of chips for our. And they just invade Taiwan because they view Taiwan as theirs, or they could nuke Taiwan. I mean, like it just seems Taiwan is looking bad either way. So there's that going on. So, and then juxtapose it with is this the one? Where was it? Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. And then there's this article in Forbes. Not good thing to be well read, let me tell you. Not good thing. Okay. Anticipating war with China, the U.S. Air Force is fanning out across the Pacific. So, okay, what this is about is essentially the U.S. strength in terms of military strength is its Air Force, is its air supremacy, right? So they have their entire Air Force, I think, in like 2 locations in the Pacific. So the Chinese have a strategy to have just purchased missiles that they could fire that would they could blanket it with the runways, right? So nothing can take off. It's essentially the Israeli battle plan in the 6-Day War. How Israel won the 6-Day War so decisively was, if you don't know, the 6-Day War, Israel was facing invasion from Syria, Jordan, Egypt, where else? I'm sure more places, Iran, like everywhere, bro. So what they did was the Israeli Air Force committed their entire forces, which is suicide in terms of an attack, just for the because you're always going to get a certain amount of casualties. So they had a very strong chance of not having a functional air force after this first attack. It was unbelievably successful when they bombed the runways first, and then they bombed the entire air force on the ground. They took them out, and then the next day they did it with the Egyptian Air Force. At the same time, the paratroopers came in and took the old city. Anyway, so that's basically the same plan. They have this thing to if they take out these runways and these two bases, there's they basically crippled the Air Force, which is why they're fanning it out now across the Pacific. It seems to be this is the final plans in final parts of a strategy to go to war with China, because with a war with China, which many believe it was inevitable. There's a thing called was it Thucydides' key? Yeah, I mean, it's not Thucydides' key. It just sounds like it. Thucydides' trap, which is Thucydides' trap is also referred to as a term popularized by American scientists to describe the apparent tendency towards war when an emerging power threatens to displace and create existing or regional power or international hegemon, which is exactly where we are, right? So there's that, and there's also this thing called the fourth turning. Essentially, every 80 years there's a cataclysmic war. So this is disturbing to me because it ties into my apocalyptic, well, not really apocalyptic vision. I felt from a religious point of view, because of a religious point of view, that we're headed for the end of days very, very quickly. It's been pretty clear there is a frisson, a fault line in society where we're pretty evenly divided. There's and I think that fault line can be defined by a liking of traditional biblical values, if not wanting to keep up with them, or with a hatred of them, right? So that's essentially, I think, the fault line. And it seemed to be the things that turned around with Trump being a very strange champion for biblical values, being a little bit of a sleazy guy. Like, do I think he slept with porn stars? Yes. He was brash. Listen, he was also funny. Oh man, I miss Trump. I do. He was fun. That was really the bottom. He was just fun and right all the time. I mean, he's right about everything. But anyway, so there's an idea in Judaism that the rulers are always picked by God, and I see that very clearly with the Obama years. I think it was Obama years. I think maybe it's one way it was to discredit his worldview, which is an utter failure, but it galvanized it as well. So I think that kind of brought people out on both sides. And then I think that caused Trump to a great extent, which brought people out on the other side a lot more strongly. But anyway, I do think there was dishonesty, shall we say, on many levels involved in the last election. And I think the only reason God let that happen is because he wanted this outcome. And this outcome is that for any great good to happen, there needs to be some kind of sacrifice. Sacrifices are very primal thing, but there needs to be some kind of sacrifice. So I think the sacrifice was the idea of America, not America the reality, America the ideal, which is a government formed by the people, where there's justice and liberty for all. It was such a incredible good that I don't think the world had really seen before. The idea that the strong helping the weak, a responsibility. And again, I understand America never lives up to this ideal, but it had that ideal, right? And I think that ideal has been sacrificed to Satan, as it were, to satiate Satan, so we can initiate the Messianic era. But I think the Messianic era is going to be initiated scarily. Probably with a lot of people dying. So there's a Baba-Meiser. It might be a Baba-Meiser, we don't know. That Netanyahu got a blessing from the Lubavitch Rebbe, whose blessings went on to be very, very successful, right? They had a very high success. He said that you will become prime minister and remain prime minister for an unprecedented long run, which you've done, and you will only give up the role when the Messianic era starts. to hand over the Messiah. Netanyahu's got about 10 days left in office, right? The way things are going, right? He's got, and I'm not exactly, he's got about 10 days left in office. So that's how I think so if there's any here's how I think things will happen. So something's going to go down with China. They're going to kick off in a big way, maybe a nuclear conflict. Yeah, like in a big way. And at that point, God's going to step in somehow. And I don't know how, but it's going to be like the function. If it's the same as the redemption that was the Exodus from Egypt, the function of that was to destroy this non-kosher worldview of the Egyptians and have nobody possibly be able to say that God doesn't exist. That was basically the function of it. So I think. It happened more magically because they had magic back those days. So, but I think it's something that people are going to go, "Oh, God exists." That's essentially where it was going. And then there's supposed to be like a Messianic era is there's a Jewish monarchy and that rules in Jerusalem. There's a temple. The third temple is rebuilt. Which is on the Al-Aqsa Mosque, which is going to be a little bit tense. So that's how intense I think things are going to get, right? But I do think it's going to go down by the Jewish New Year, which is on September 7th, I think. September 7th or 8th, or maybe 12th, something like that. Look it up, but that's essentially what I think is going to happen, and I think that's how I think it could very possibly happen. Now, why I would think it would happen? Well, listen, I think we have to watch this video together. There's a few videos actually we're going to have to watch together. Why is the world ending? Let's start with this one over here. And second, just opening up. It's just VLC players jumping up and down. Don't know why they have a little traffic cone as the thing for a VLC player. So the clip is opening up. It's thinking about it.
Throughout my career, I have focused on the
intersection
between mental and behavioral health.
Okay. Yeah, this is something we're going to have to watch together. This is crazy. Okay, so this is the secretary for the deputy secretary of health, who is very healthy, has healthily transitioned from a man who probably looked a bit like a woman to a woman who looks a lot like a man. And I say transition, thing still has the penis. I never checked. Listen, however it works out is fine by me. But this is genuinely the Deputy Secretary for Health in America now.
Throughout my career, I have focused on the intersection between mental, and behavioral health.
Okay. This person does not look medically healthy. Certainly does not look behaviorally healthy. And mentally healthy. Again, listen, I'm no expert, but this used to be a Monty Python sketch, right? This thing. This used to be a Monty Python sketch. Now it's real, so it doesn't feel healthy.
And as your ash, I will continue that focus and support policy initiatives to improve Americans' physical and mental well-being.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't listen. Honestly, I think most people are happy being physically and mentally not quite as well as you are, right? I just think they're happier with that. I don't know. I don't want to put words in their mouth. Or whatever you put in your mouth. I certainly don't want to put that in their mouth. No. So 1 second. So that's the first clip we have to look at. Here's the second clip, which is. So
I choose to allow.
Yeah. Okay. This is shocking. And again, you have to thank Problem Being. Crazy Problem Being with the most entertaining Twitter feed of all time. somehow found this, and we're going to watch it together. And I think we may have a thing or two to say about this. Okay, you notice he has a sign on him saying, "I am not a cuck." I would say never has a sign been more misleading since on the gates of Auschwitz, the camp in Germany where you fought very hard in the 1930s. It said, "Arbach macht free," work will set you free. That was also a touch misleading. Let's see if this guy is a cuck or not. My guess is he probably is.
So I choose to allow my girlfriend to sleep with other men.
Yeah, you're a cuck. That's called being choosing to allow your girl. You're not choosing to allow it because she will do it with or without your permission, right? She just can't believe she's got such an insane pussy who will put up with this shit and probably pay for her as well.
That doesn't give you the right to call me a cuck.
Yeah, it does. And you can't do anything about it because you're a cuck. Right? So, what are you going to do about it, cuck? Not much, because you're by the definition of the word, I also by your, your basic visage, like the way you look. I look like a fat old rabbi, right? I do look like that. I don't sound like, but I do look like that. You look like a cuck, in my opinion. And my opinion is based on the dictionary definition of the word, which is you. You are literally a cuck.
And this is a message for all the people out there using that hateful language.
Oh, but you hear hateful language.
Why don't you try going a day in my shoes?
I would never in a million years go a day in your shoes. You know why? Because I'm a one penis only person in my sex life. That's basically it. Let's say one wanted to watch pornography. If I put a tape on, that's how long ago it is. I put a tape on, right? If I put a tape on and it's a man and a young lady, I'm like, well, that's very good. I would probably enjoy that. If it's two young ladies, probably even better. But two men and one young lady, no. I'm a one penis person, even in my fantasy life, right? Even in my fantasy. I don't want to. I don't. I'm not a sword fighter, mate. Not a sword fighter. So I don't want. Like I'll have my bed, and I like it. I like me to be the only one who sleeps in it. Same with my wife. Same with my wife. Cuck.
Where you are with someone you love very much, and you want them to be able to express themselves physically and spiritually in a way that perhaps they can't do with just you.
Then she doesn't love you. Okay, here's the truth. No, okay. Sex for women is an emotional expression much more than it is for men. Men, I think it is more of a physical expression. But for women, it's much more of a emotional expression. But at the beginning and at the end, I think it turns around. But no woman can. I mean, she sleeps with you because she has to. But also, she sounds a bit of a skank. I have to tell you, she does sound like a bit of a skank that she would do this. So, ew.
Now, personally, I would
wait. If she's a skank and you're a cuck, you're a perfect couple.
Never sleep with another woman. I love my girlfriend very much, but
I don't. You're not going to sleep with another woman because I just don't think. I don't think you sleep with your work. Like, I can't believe you made this video, mate. Okay, this was such a bad idea. You're speaking to somebody who's had many bad ideas. This is a really bad one.
I know that her needs require her to have the right to explore that territory, and if it means
no, she doesn't have that right. She doesn't have that right. She doesn't. I got to wind this back because this next bit. I must warn you. Okay, just prepare yourselves because your bowels are vaguely loose at this point. This next thing is going to tell you is going to make you shit. Okay, you can't believe this next thing is going to tell you.
To have the right to explore that territory, and if it means I have to sleep on the sofa a few days a week.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot to unpack. Is this a comedy bit? This could be a comedy bit, couldn't it? So, when she slept with other people, I didn't think she did it in your bed, right? Like literally, like just she like Tinder people and like they go and then she kicks you out of your bed to bring another man into it. That's very bad, very, very bad. Okay, that's not. You're not just a cuck. You're a super cuck. Okay. And that she did it like once a month. I'll be like, okay, you're a cuck, and I would never put up with that. But you're doing it 2 or 3 times a week. I like honestly, I'm lucky if I get sex that many times a week. Let alone. But she's like got multiple partners going on. Dude, she is a skank. She is a super skank, and she doesn't love you.
Then, so be it. Ultimately, our relationship means more to me than, my ego or...
You don't have a relationship, and your ego is a vital part of it. That if you're not sexually turned on by being... what's the word? Not voyeur. What's the thing where a guy watches somebody with his girlfriend or his wife and gets off on it? Cuckold. Okay, cuck. That's where it comes from. Cuck. Yeah. If you're getting off on it, but you don't look like you are, you're a weirdo.
My jealousy. So think about what you're saying when you use that word.
What do you say about jealousy? God, I feel bad for this guy.
Ultimately, our relationship means more to me than, my ego or my jealousy.
So he's insanely jealous and he feels crushed. Well, of course you do. Of course you do. Now, if you're getting off on that, that'll be fine. But you're I hate to be the one to tell you, mate. I hate to be the one to tell you. You are indeed a cuck.
So think about what you're saying when you use that word.
Yeah, we thought about it, and it fits you perfectly because, and I want to be clear here, because you are, and please please bear with me with this, a cuck. She is just using you. This is why the world's ending. This is why the world's ending. But listen. If my timeline is correct, you know what that means. We're not going to have to sit through season 13. They're not going to get a Discovery out in front of us. Then they're not going to. So we're not going to make a super card because probably the China is going to nuke Silicon Valley. And honestly, is anybody going to cry? I don't think so. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to weep for Silicon Valley. But that's what I think. That's what I think. Quite possibly might well be going down. Fine. So let's have a look at this story. I got to read a review that somebody wrote in a comment of Time Fracture. First we'll do the Jodie can't think about leaving. Jodie, darling. Fortunately, there's nothing much to think about. You're just going to leave. Yeah, 1 second before I go. Before I move off this page, let me show you this. This is funny. The funny thing is, none of this matters, which is an incredible thing. None of this matters. So, also, my daughter's sending me a WhatsApp picture. What is this WhatsApp picture? I am intrigued. That's very, very good, darling. She's made her Harry Potter thing. Okay, well, I'm not going to play your voice chat here because. Anyway, this is from 1/29/17. Outside the White House to stand in solidarity with refugees and immigrants who are being targeted by this administration. This is not who we are. No ban, no wall. So that's when before, she was in power. Now, Kamala Harris Do not come. The United States will not enforce, will continue to enforce their laws and secure our border. Well, Biden doesn't say so. We, as one of our priorities, will discourage illegal immigration. But if you illegally immigrate, you're cool. We love you. And I believe if you come to our border, you will be turned back. You believe it, but that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, is it? So there you go. Let's have a look at the Express. I accept everything. I'm just bending over and accepting it, baby. Jodie Whittaker admits she doesn't want to think about quitting. Well, fortunately, you don't have to, because I think you have, haven't you? Yeah, look, it's over, baby. It's over. Why is there a picture of a man having a shit on this? Like, what the hell? Okay. This thing? Like, what the hell? What? I don't need to see the Express. What are you doing? What are you doing? No. I like the burger. So obviously he had the burger, and read some news, and then he is having a shit. There's lots about the royals here. Was it Prince Harry ex-girlfriend posted enigmatic Instagram tells it all? Okay, and Christian bonus saw future with Harry until he ruined his chances by embarrassing actress. Who cares? Fine. Oh God! Don't make us see Jodie Whittaker. Leave us alone. Space for all, except everybody likes Doctor Who. Fine. So, Doctor Who star Jodie Whittaker has admitted she doesn't want to think about quitting the BBC series, following speculation she's being replaced as a Time Lord. That sounds like I'm being fired, doesn't it? Jodie Whittaker has played the 13th Doctor since 2017. Has opened up about leaving the hit BBC series in the near future. So she's leaving. And I think we're getting announcements soon. I do. There's just so much publicity that they've missed out on. Like, it's just crazy. It's like they don't care. Doctor Who fans have been speculating about who could replace the Doctor. It's going to be a regeneration effect. Many names have been thrown into the mix, including Lionel Duty's actor Vicky McClure and It's the Sin star Alexander. However, Jodie doesn't want to think about giving up the beloved role. We all want to think about it. As far as I'm concerned, right now, I'm the Doctor. You never were. You never were, darling. Taking up everything of me, and there's not enough of you. That's really I get it. It's taking up everything, and it's not enough. Because, darling, you're not the Doctor. I'd hate to be the one to tell you, darling, you're okay. What we call in technical circles, in fandom circles. Again, this is a technical term. You might be hard for you to keep up with it. You're shit. Okay, you are shit. Again, this is just my opinion on your performance, not as you as a human being. I don't think you're a bad person. I think you're probably a dumb person, but I don't think you're a bad person. But then again, I haven't met you, so who knows? You might be. Now, do I think Christian was a bad person? I kind of do, actually. I think he's like nice to people he knows he has to be nice to. But I think he probably is, because I've had a lot of people say, I had somebody tell me who knows him well that he's really nice, and I've had other people say, listen, we've had dealings with him, but he's awful. So he's got a bad reputation, and I think he's got a much worse reputation than Moffat, who also had a very bad reputation. Like, you did notice in the Moffat years, the producers did fly by, right? As opposed to the Russell Lee Davies series, where it was like the three of them: Russell Lee Davies, Phil Collinson, and what's the name? Julie Gardner, right? Yeah, they were a solid team, but the Moffat years, it changed all the time, right? All the time, like every season. Piers Wenger was there at one point. God, he was useless. Well, he was okay then. It was just useless when he became head of drama. And to think beyond that, I can't put my head there. I don't want to. She says, of course you can't put your head there. You can't imagine anything. That's why you're so shit as an actress. See, that's what acting is. You got to imagine what somebody would act like if they were in that situation. I didn't know that. I had to imagine. Yes. Oh, I can't do that. I can just walk around with big shoes. Oh, look at me. I'm the Doctor Who. I'm Doctor Who. Yeah, no, you're not. You're not, darling. You're not. Joe's casting as the Doctor made TV history with casting the shittest person humanly possible to play the Doctor. I don't know what's going on in this new studio here. Duncan Lamke, so he seems very animated. One second, let me get back here. There you go. Where was it? Shittest person played the character ever. Like, even she's like, look at me, I'm really shit. Yes, you are, darling, you are. Furthermore, has been take on the role as the Doctor. Over the past year, there has been plenty of speculation about Jodie leaving the show, and many fans, atheists, many of them amongst them, on their knees, praying to the good Lord above, say, please, Lord, can you do anything? Can you bring an apocalypse so we don't have to watch any more Jodie Whittaker? And God's like, yeah, hold my beer, babe. Over the past year, there's been plenty of speculation about Jodie leaving the show to make way for a fresh new face in the next series. Yes, goodbye. The time has come to say sayonara. Oh, here's the exciting moment where they stood next to a rusting metal drum. Yeah, look at the excitement on their faces. What am I doing here? Oh, never mind, Cockle. It'll be okay. You look pretty. I'll just filling it in for you. The latest betting also suggests that I May Destroy Your Star, Michaela Cole. She is never taking that on. Are you out your mind? Fleabag, Phoebe, piss off. Okay. How about a straight white man? How about that? Nobody's even thought of that. Speaking about the Oz, Betway Chad Yeoman said the list of potential replacements that succeed Jodie Whittaker as Doctor Who is growing day by day with the host of talent in the mix. So nobody wants it. Okay, it's done. He continued, once that star is landed, Vicky McClure, 20 to 1. Vicky McClure coming in. I hope she doesn't do it. No. Could the actress be swapping AC-12? This is AC-12. No, it's the other one that was like that. Following last year's final, was it the final episode? Well, they seem like they could do more. The chick says Bradley Walton does a goal, left the series in a move that has left Jodie bereaved. The pair stepping, it's called Professionals Working. Stepping down from the series following the festive special in 2020. God, how much longer does this go on for? Graham O'Brien and Ryan Sinclair, blah, 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 blah. Speaking about the departure, told Radio Times, without going into any specifics about, how long ago was this? This is like, they couldn't go into specifics because this is June 6th. What the hell? I mean, like, we knew about this. This is not news. This is olds. So they couldn't say, without going into specifics, because I'm not allowed to speak about anything then, about anything to do with the character or what happens. Just purely knowing it was the last scenes with myself and those actors. Both of them had to carry me to my trailer. Were you drinking? I've not cried like that in a long time. Oh, not since Eccles Cakes went up top the barrel. God, bloody knows. Not since the Whippets run away. Brad couldn't cope with it all. And Tosin was like, catch you later. Oh, I really can't cope. You're getting me so sad. This is such a bad article. The actress added, I think that sums up how I feel. There's no sense of relief in anywhere. I need some relief. Well, darling, may I recommend you visit and talk to what's her name, Angela White. She seems very adept at providing relief. Okay, and I think she probably will provide a relief for the. I think she's somewhat fluid. Let's just say that way. She certainly looks buoyant. Billy Pye played Doctor Who. I was like, don't leave me. Describing her as a madcap engine having a powerhouse. Billy calls more spectacular. Just leave me alone. No. All this is bad. Bad. What should we look at next? We're going to look at this this review of Time Fracture. I think let's have a look. Have we actually done it? Okay, finally we've done something that was on the thumbnail. Like nearly 2 hours in. Let's go a bit of Angela action. See, honestly, I think she's kind of. I like the way she's kind of emoting as well. I think that just kind of works. It's she seems kind of like happy and bouncy. I'm not saying bouncy because she certainly looks bouncy, but I'm saying more like it looks like she's actually doing some work on this. Like she's acting. That's what I was looking for. And if not, give it your best, darling. Give it your best. You're doing a fine job. We're all very proud of you. Tyler Simon's here. How you doing, everybody? Retro Dicky, how are you? Daniel Leach, how are you? I hope you've reached the you're trying to reach 200 subs. If you have not yet subscribed to Daniel's channel, you know Daniel, you should be at 200,000. If I may say so. So may that happen shortly. Fine. This is a review from Clive Perrott, who went to Time Fracture. So he says, "Hi, Rabbi." Hello, Clive. So my son and I went last night, and Raslan was a man, which means that they have a pool of actors, and it's kind of floating, right? It could be anybody. It like they do that at Disney. Yeah, one day you're like Tarzan, one day you're Gaston. You know, like they change it up. But I think people are trained to be like a number of roles, right? I think in this case there was no agenda, just need for the actors to play multiple roles. Yeah, that's probably true. The show is certainly not incredible. It looks very amateurish. I say it just, you know, I mean, I can see what they're going for. I don't know. I think it's too much, to be honest with you. The best was I like. It seems like just too much of like too much audience participation. A little bit's fine, but like it's. I remember when I saw Daisy pulls it off, where it was all the actors were around before the show and in the intermission in character as if they're doing a school play, going to talk to the teachers. It was that was very, very cool. So that much I liked. You know that's fun. It just seems like don't have the highest caliber of thespian, shall we say. And it's not great. It doesn't compare to the wonderful Cardiff experience, which is surprising because I thought it'd be better than that. This is a scaled down version of the London Secret Cinema Events or Punch Drunk Theatre, which I've never been to, but they sound very good. This does not compare well. I actually thought the actors did a very good job with the material they were given. That was not good. The set design and attention to detail is admirable. That's certainly I can say. The script is very poor. And I know the guy who wrote the script is also playing Capaldi, which is probably also very poor. The story is almost non-existent, yet garbled at the same time. The worst is the dull climax where you show a clip, of which you showed a clip. The bunch of time was shouted at each other too long. That's what it seemed like to me, with nothing much happening. Ghastly. Jodie Whittaker is featured throughout. It's consistently awful as ever. Yeah, so it looks like a swing and a miss. You go through various rooms and meet Shakespeare, Elizabeth I, Leonardo da Vinci. I mean, look, this would have worked. It would have worked back in Matt Smith's era. All fine and dandy, and if it was written well. They should have got like Mark Gatiss or somebody to write, like a real Doctor Who writer. All fine and dandy, but what you only want to meet is Yeti, Auton, Sontarans. Yeah, and that's what you would have had if a Doctor Who writer wrote it. You could have gone to you could have done the sewers and had the Yetis. Oh, not sewers, the underground, and that the underground could melt into the sewers. Which then you get the Cybermen. You could have done Ice Warrior. Oh man, but they probably couldn't afford that. You could have put Bernie Summerfield into it with Ice Warriors. Oh, you see, if a Doctor Who fan wrote this, it would have been much better. It really would have been much better. A couple of Daleks trundled out briefly and are curiously underused. I liked in the Doctor Who experience. I only saw the one in London. The Dalek spaceship was incredible. You're actually on a Dalek spaceship, and even though it's a Teletubby Daleks, it really worked. Like they looked fantastic, and they kept like trundling in and out. It was a really good scene. So that's sad to hear. Curiously underused. The Weeping Angel bit works well. Nice to see Davros, but nothing terribly fitting. And also, everything kind of slips on for a little bit too long. My son said it was okay, but didn't feel very Doctor Who. I would agree. By comparison, the Jeff Wayne War of the World was much better. Where spending your hard-earned cash. Now that's something I wish they would do a VR version of. I would so buy that. Oh my god, that would be so cool. Like you have the music pumped into your ears. Time Little Boy said probably won't be seeing it now. Yeah, this is just not very good apparently. Merchandise available is pretty underwhelming as well. However, Rasslin was Mel, so that's okay then. So there you go. That's why from Clive Barrett. Not the strongest review. Vibe. So let's have a quick look at this. Build-A-Bear. This is from Tracy Thomas. That's the first thing she sent me. Build-A-Bear as I'm on the wrong page. Out. Share screen. Build-A-Bear has released a new Doctor Who bear. I was like, but why? Like, are they trying to find a landfill for them? Yeah, so this is the new Doctor Who bear. I guess they could they just pick that off or put a new logo at the front? Or like, could they just like take that off and replace it, you think? Maybe these are just like very generic stuff that they could recycle. That's what I'm thinking right now, right? That any they don't sell, they could like just, especially as they come flat, they could probably just recycle this and take this crap off and make a new one. Yeah, and like really, who's buying the sonic screwdriver? They're mine. So that's fun. That's the first thing. What else do we want to look at? Let's look at Big Finish. We go over to here. So we're going to play Diversity Higher or not. It's always bad, by the way, when Big Finish starts talking about their awards. Awards is something you get when you stop getting sales. Robots released, don't care, sorry. New producers. So these people may be fantastic, right? They may be fantastic. They seem very eager to display their pictures, to display their identities. You have a black person and you have a woman. You might have a gay person. I can't tell. Now, I know Dan has met one of these people before. And he said he was a really good guy and like a genuine fan, right? So maybe they all are. But I think their display like this is... well, here, it's like they're very excited they became a blue check mark on Twitter. That's something you should not want to be. Okay, so it's a producer party at Big Finish Productions. We're celebrating our new Doctor Who producers and their amazing work and their amazing diversity, I think is what they're celebrating. From working across our new 2022 ranges to expand the Doctor Who universe, these producers are some of the best in the business, and we love working with them. Well, listen, is this going to be like? Okay, let's look at her Twitter. See if we can find her on Twitter. That's always if her feed is like here we go. It's a part-time student. Part-time student. She's got pronouns in the bio. That's never a good sign. Oh, they got interesting. They got news about the next. This is old news. Draconians. So I'm just going through her Twitter. Is she like obsessed with identity? No, she's actually talking a lot about Doctor Who, right? She's talking a lot about Doctor Who. Should I be optimistic? The thing is, I always give people the benefit of the doubt, right? I always give people the benefit of the doubt. And then that's this person saying she voted. I mean, good for her. She seems quite okay. I have to tell you, looking at her face at Twitter, she seems kind of less like a normal person who's a fan. She's got like a stand with the NHS. That's not really a controversial position. Okay, listen, I've been burnt so many times, but I think just by my own moral code, I have to give her the benefit of the doubt, right? I have to give her the benefit of the doubt. Fine. So let's read about Third Doctor Adventures. It's a real conceptual release. What people might not know about Big Finish, the producer's job in particular, is that we're one of the few people who remain with the project from conception to release. It's a real labor of love every time. It's a thrill being a fan never goes away. I still get excited when I hear other people's projects. So this all sounds promising. As for what I'm working on, I can't say much about the storylines. They've just been approved for a new series that's super top secret with some of my old favorites. Hopefully some new ones too. I know. Again, I just feel like an abused spouse. I mean, I feel like, maybe this time would be different, right? Maybe this time, I don't know. Just do I trust them? Dominic May. Okay, that's. I'm gonna look up his Twitter and see. I think Dominic May might be the one that Dan knows on you, or maybe he knows all of them. Dominic Martin. Does he not have a Twitter account? I like him already. Okay, he's not coming up on Twitter, which is... Oh, here he is. I think I've seen this guy around before. Actor, writer, and producer, makes bits for Big Finish, the Purple Doctor for... Okay, so for fan creator of the Doctor Who Remnants. Okay, so I'm really positive with this guy then. He's made his own fan audio series. He's a fan... This is one of their good hires, right? Because this is a fan... that's done great work as a fan and been lifted up for that. So I'm excited about this. Okay, so this is, but I'm not excited how they're using his identity. They really are. They really are, and it's not nice. It's really not nice. Fine. Whose first credit with Big Finish was assistant producer on the celebratory Peladon box set. Listen, you might be selling me at this point. I got to check out your fan audios, right? You're totally selling me at this point. This guy certainly has fan street cred. Look, let me show you his Twitter. His Twitter looks very fanish. It's so like, okay, this guy looks pretty fanish to me. I mean, look at him. Lots of cosplaying. Okay, he's wearing Colin's costume. He must be a fan. What's the caption of this? On our way to Doctor Who Time Factor, everything. Okay, that's okay. She looks. Oh yeah, I was going to say nothing like Perry. Then I saw she's wearing the costume. Look, enjoy it, mate. He seems like a fun guy. You know what? I mean, okay, he's friends with Sophie Isles, who's horrible SJW, but
he looks like a fun guy to me. I'm not saying. Let's see if he has his doesn't have his pronouns. Does not have his pronouns. Okay. I got to check out this Who Chaser on YouTube. Fine. So yeah, listen, you're winning me over. You're certainly winning me over. Let's go back. Chrome tab. Fine. His first great was the Pandora box set. My favorite thing about working with Big Finish is working with such lovely people. Obviously, throughout my time here, I've gotten to know people whose work I've idolized for years. It's humbling and astonishing to end up in a position where I consider these kind of people my peers. So listen, this does seem to be the direction Big Finish is going in, which is somewhat exciting. That you got people like Jake Dubman and the War Doctor guy and this guy. They keep an eye out. They do keep an eye out, and they find good talent. So the Peloton box set has become more likely I'm going to buy now based on him. Right, I got to listen to his stuff and see what it's like, and do some research. But he seems like a really look. I don't care if he's like if his political outlook is the super left or whatever. It's fine. But we can all have differing outlooks. If he's not a dick with it, it doesn't matter. Why can't we just love Doctor Who together? Which is what it used to be like. It's what being a fan used to be like, is we could just forget our differences and be fans together. Right? And it we wouldn't even think to talk about what do you think of it? The immigration policy? No, leave us alone with everything. And the work ethic Big Finish is great. It's so efficient and yet light-hearted at the same time. People may have this idea it's all serious business, but everyone I work with knows. No doubt I have a good time, baby, whilst doing the jobs as well. It's such an exceptionally wonderful position to be in, to the job, utterly creative and enjoyable. I'm looking forward to producing a certain couple of ventures that are plugging gaps, so to speak. I really can't say more than that. But I'm thrilled to be working with It's a Dream Come True for me. You know what? I can sense his genuine happiness, right? So I'm on board with this guy. Each new order is a vast team effort with everybody doing a bit, so I'm thrilled. Mark Wright, let's have a look at this. Look at his Twitter. One second, give me alone. No, don't see any 73 results, blimey. One second, Mark Wright. Let's go and look at the twats. Does it have bios? He's all sorts of Kevin Scott, isn't he? People. I can't find his Twitter. But okay, so he always write with oh, here it is. So okay, this is an old school. He's been around for a while. He's been around like 20 years. This is not his first rodeo. Does not have his pronouns in the bio. Like him already. Okay, like him already. So this is smart because I didn't realize who he is. So what they're doing here is showing off. Look, we're so diverse. Nobody can complain. We got old school. We have ethnic and we have lady. Ooh, we're so which seems to be what they're doing with this press release. Mark Wright, experienced Big Finish producer, who is helming up the upcoming first Doctor Adventures and second Doctor Adventures. Oh, okay, so I'm intrigued to know what you're doing. One of my favorite things about working for Big Finish is getting to create new adventures for the series and characters I've loved since I was little. I think he wrote one of the Blake 7 ones, didn't he, recently? One second. I think it was this one. Did he write one in Avalon? Hang on. No. Working with actors who are my childhood heroes. After 20 years, it never gets old. I knew he'd been around for a while to be in a studio or on the other end of the internet link with Peter Davis and Colin Baker or the cast of Blake Seven and so many other actors. I've enjoyed it. It's a privilege, and it's a privilege and a joy when these moments come along to sit in a green room and hear stories. And then hear these amazing actors working around the microphone. Something people may not know about me is, although I was given my first professional commission as a writer in 2000, it wasn't until it wasn't where my association with Big Finish began. In 1999, I covered the recording of the Fearmonger for SFX magazine. I remember that. I do remember that, actually. Part of the feature was have me in a cameo in the audio, so I made my my Big Finish debut as an actor, not as a writer, but unfortunately, the unfortunate Stephen Kaiser, as the not as a writer, as the unfortunate Stephen Kaiser. Okay, no, he must be the writer. And they were saying, utterly no record being a single specimen guy, Sophie Aldred. Made several more acting appearances. I have 2 box sets I'm producing at the moment. I can't wait to get out there. Brand new stories for the First Doctor and Dodo, interesting, and Beyond the War Games with the Second Doctor. The scripts are just starting to come, and so everything's very clever and exciting in both cases. Where recreating the feel of a particular era, but also breaking new ground. That's where I'm nervous. The opening of the Second Doctor Adventures is at once familiar and something totally new out there. Listen, it all depends how woke it is. Really, if I get lots of woke alert, I'm out. I'm not even coming in. You don't even get a first try now. That's the thing. Yeah, how brilliant Lauren Colleen is as Dodo. It's very exciting for these doctors. Okay, very nice. In fact, so let's actually go and listen to. Let's find this. Big Finish. They put out a trailer for the Philip Hinchcliffe one. But it's actually, is it on the website? Let me see if it's on the website. What's new? Man, I'm looking forward to The War Doctor Begins. Is it this one? No. Or is it? No, is it? Hang on. Is it this month? Did I skim by it? Oh, here it is. The God of Phantoms. Fine, they do have a trailer. Yeah, we'll watch it on Twitter instead. They'll give you visuals at the same time. Chrome tab. No, did that just work straight away? Yes, it did. Fine, so let's find it. Oh, we should really look at this as well. We're going to end on this. This is really worth your while, this set. What's he doing? This I'm looking forward to, The Lost Story, the Rossley Davis one. They haven't scheduled its release yet. What's this? Here we go. So.
There you are, Dan, like a distress signal.
It's big.
There you.
Fine. Is it? Let me see. I'm sharing the screen. That's always important. Fine. We'll do play.
There you are, Dan, like a distress signal or an invitation. Hard to know which. The trouble is, I find them both equally enticing.
Then we must seek it out.
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, Philip Hinchcliffe presents God of Phantoms. This world must be part of the sister system.
The air smells of something dying.
There's ghosts on sort of that mountain.
As I said, Louise James is brilliant. I mean, I like her performance just always carries me in. Right? She only say a few lines, but she's always very, very authentic. Like I never feel like I'm not listening to Leela. It's been the best thing so far in this trailer. Don't like the cover. I do like the sneaky use of the Tom Bakerish Time Lord, the Genesis of the Daleks Time Lord over there.
Never forget. No, he's dead and gone. Who are your enemies? Are they the loggerheads?
And now they're marching on us. By tomorrow, gratitude will be burning. And fire!
Okay, you need a lot more Tom Baker in this. Like a lot more.
The local commune have a myth about two battling gods. Have you heard it?
I am here to warn you about the doctor.
How can I forget my greatest enemy?
Never forget. Who let you into my head without a key? I myself never forget. Remember.
Do it, Doctor. Forge it now.
Big Finish. We love stories.
Yeah, it doesn't sound. I mean, I got it on pre-order. It's a Philip Hinch gift, so yeah, doesn't sound great though. It's not a great cover though.
Here is the forge of the broken mind, where life and hope are left behind.
And Tom Baker doesn't sound very Tom Bakery in it. So other than that, they're doing a great job with this one, right? It's yeah, well done. 1 second. So fine. Let's look at that. What else do we have to look at? I got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just going over my list. Oh shit. Okay. Somebody sent me a photo cartoon, but I don't think we got time to get. It's really funny. It's really funny. A Cyberman one. I didn't check if he wanted me if it was okay with me crediting him or not. So that we won't do this time. We've done the cut video, and thank God we did that. We've got Eagle wants to do new production. Yeah, I think actually we're pretty much on top of everything. There's a story. There's what a story. I'll save it for the next time. So let's have a look at this. Go over here. We didn't look at George Lucas either. I'll save it for next time. Okay, fine. I just got noticed. Not there's somebody I knew I shouldn't credit. So I'm glad you. I think you're the person who trained me upon it. But it's okay. So yeah, this is the HD World series, and it's really good. It's really good. They're on sale, $7.50. These I think these are all worth it. Invisible Man. Has John Hurt doing, being a wonderful performance. How many discs is it? It's a question. Reviews. It's 2 discs. 2 discs was $7.50. It's good. I mean, I think it's good. I think I really think it's very good. This is also good. The First Men in the Moon. Nigel Planner as Professor Calvor. Not the best version I've heard of. It's not as good as the Mark Gatiss version he did for TV a few years ago. Things That Come is a good story. Sam Trout and Nicola Walker. Just cheer up, Nicola. Cheer up. It's like solid H.G. Wells type. I mean, this is a hard one to adapt, but yeah. Look, I mean, I've enjoyed all this. This is what I don't know. Dr. Moreau was actually one of the best. I didn't think it would be at all. It's okay. You don't say he said sorry, I shouldn't credit. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. This was actually a surprisingly good one. It's better than pretty much every adaptation that I've seen of it. So this is good. Unfortunately, that there's $7.50. You really can't go wrong. It's a little bit women centric. They boost Lucy Briggs Owens' character. If you here, one second. What's the there's another, I would say, far superior. Far superior. Slightly better. It's like War of the Worlds. Yeah, once we find the link to it. Is that the right one? So while that's opening up, They also got the Time Machine. Yeah, again, Ben Miles. I like the story. Like, yeah, I do enjoy the story. So here's the other one. This one is really good. Here, this version of it. It was much more expensive. It's so this is basically a whole Big Finish crew. Director Lisa Balvin has produced a masterpiece. It's simply the best thing she's done in her long association with top level audio drama. That's from Blog to Who. I think that's a fair, a fair description. Coming on the Martians, Coming on Martians is our full cast, faithful audio dramatization of H.G. Wells's original 1897 Martian invasion story, The War of the Worlds. Since the first novelized in 1898, it's been a numerous adaptation in various forms. However, none of these derivative works have been truly faithful to their tone, or the tone that Wells established. That's fair. Adaptation presents as an audio drama in surround sound, retains the dark and horrific nature of the events and faithfully recreates scenes as closely as possible without a need to alter the original story. We retain the 19th century period and the Southern English setting, and it gives it a fantastic class. Yeah, basically, it's a book come to life. It really is. It really is. It's they still have this teaser up.
Damn it! What the devil is happening? Christ!
Yeah, he's good in it. So you see, it's a full Big Finish crew. Yeah, so yeah, this is a really good, but it's much more expensive. How much they charge for it? CD digital release. I'll see how much they're charging. $7.99 for download. That's totally worth it. 100% worth it. It's very good. Yeah, I recommend it for that. Yeah, $7.99. Totally worth it. It's I mean, like it's I think a 2 or 3. It's a 2-disc set, I think. But it's good. Yeah, look, that's totally. But part one's for blimey. They're basically giving away. You get part one for free. So yeah, listen. Here, I'll put it in the link. Give them a punt. Wallet fracture, says PD Rich. I think that's a pretty best way. Now I want to animate. I don't know what we're talking about. Must be this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, they don't have the same budget as Big Finish. Clearly. So fine. Let me see. Is there what have I missed? We didn't do the George Lucas story. I'll save it for the next time. It's a rumor anyway. Look, I told you how the world's going to end. What more do you bloody want out of life? We did the H.G. Wells, we did Kamala Harris. We didn't do Jodie as the voice of the North. That'll be next time. Screen Rant has a couple of articles, and then here Dan just sent me something. What did he send me? Let's see what this is. Yeah. Fine. We are ending on this. It's been a long stream for me. I'm hungry, and I actually have dinner right in front of me, which is really exciting. We do share screen. I guess I'll do a video on this tomorrow. What's this from? Published June 8th. Okay, this is from today. Doctor Who's Jodie Whittaker is comforted by Co-star John Bishop as he gives her a hug while taking a break from steps. Is that the entire story? It's just like she strikes me as somebody who needs a lot of emotional support, right? She just strikes me as somebody who needs a lot of emotional support, right? I like, jeez. Yeah, this is the video for tomorrow. Blimey, how many pictures of this are there? She doesn't look happy. Maybe this is a regeneration episode. That could be. I mean, she didn't do well with Toast and Cole leaving. So yeah, fine. That's that'll be tomorrow's video. Look at that. You get the scoops here first, baby. So we didn't do that. Oh, we didn't do this. Oh, bollocks. It is bollocks. Yeah, we'll have a quick look. We'll have a quick peek. She cried. Ooh, Doctor. Hero Collector Eagle Moss, Doctor Who Advent Calendar. Now, listen, I'm a Jewish guy. I'm a rabbi. I love Christmas. I love Advent calendars. A must-have seasonal treat for Doctor Who fans. Discover the Doctor Who's, the Doctor's TARDIS Advent Calendar. Celebrate every day of the holiday season in true Doctor Who style with a spectacular Advent Calendar designed in the shape of the Doctor's iconic blue time machine, the TARDIS. This luxury cube calendar. It's luxury, baby. Luxury. It's absolute stuff full of 24 high quality gifts and accessories from across time and space. It looks like a tchotchke box to me. Such as a keyring shaped as like a TARDIS ring, like a TARDIS ring. Gorgeous coasters. This is what they're selling it with art inspired by the famous Doctor Who episode, and even heat ray warm Dalek socks. This looks like shit. 4 fans. Each they basically found whatever. Look at this. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see how much they're charging for this. That's the question, really. Are you ready? Okay, Advent calendar. Look, it's Dulux, baby. Dulux. Oh, it's opening up. Oh, a bit of Joe. No, Joda's on it. Leave me alone. That's a big no. Why would I want that? I didn't even notice that. Yeah, like the new logo. This might be for you. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, we get some Taran. This is crap. Jeez. This is £99. Does that include a blowjob? £99? Oh, they're having a laugh. £99? For a joke? What the hell? Yeah, that's definitely... No. That's not happening. No. Okay, let's just see what else is here on the merchandise guide. That's a strong no. Nothing really. New Lytton Volume 4. I got to check out some of these comics. I do got to check out some of these comics. But that's a strong no. This is what I'm looking forward to. Vault number 4. Vault's freaking awesome. It's a fanzine, awesome fanzine about Doctor Who comics. It really is fantastic. Recommend it highly. Fine. I'm gonna have dinner. That's it. That's your lot, mate. That's your lot. If I missed you in the chat, I do apologize. When was this released? It's coming out this year. You can have it by September. They reckon. My bad. That was naturally Strax was Jodie. £99. I know. It's outrageous. Where you get fun entertainment like here for free every day of the week. Well, yeah, you do actually every day of the week. Very good, everybody. I hope you have a good rest of the day. I'm hitting the end broadcast button.